What's going on, everybody? Katie of Culture. Welcome to another video on my YouTube channel. Thank you to every single one that have been subscribing, liking, watching. I hope I'm delivering 4 months in videography, and I'm actually doing a video about it. I want to talk to you about the pros, the cons, everything I've been experiencing so far. It's been quite a journey, but I'm going to talk you through if you're trying to get into videography. Seeing as I'm a newbie, I want to take you through my process, and hopefully this can actually help you. So let's get into the video. So first and foremost, let's talk about getting into videography, and that is gear. So I came from a photography background, love shooting stills. I'm a die-hard Nikon fanboy. Went Sony, tried Sony's, had a Canon. Sony, really good cameras. You're getting what you're paying for. It gets the job done. Don't get me wrong. No matter what you have in your hand, it's all about creativity. But I'm a Nikon fanboy. Love the ergonomics, love the colors that come out of a Nikon. So, don't really know how you pronounce it, but we call it Nikon. And love the colors. And I decided to sell my full frame camera, which was a D610. A friend borrowed me a D750, which I absolutely adore. I think that's probably one of the best sensors you can get from Nikon. The D750, as known as the wedding cam, is just absolutely brilliant. So I decided to sell my camera, sell my big prime lens, and I decided to drop the crop. That was my first step into videography. After that, decided to get a prime lens, which is a 24mm Sigma. I believe in Sigma lenses, and I started shooting and learning handheld video, and then I decided to get a gimbal, which I have a Zion Tech Weeble S. So it's quite a cool setup, light, easy to travel, move around, and first and foremost, the gear is really expensive. The gimbal alone was quite expensive. Just to get that cinematic stabilization that we're all looking for and what you guys wanted. What really killed me, or what's really frustrating with the Nikon Z cameras, is the adapter. The Z lenses are ridiculously expensive. You know, apparently they're really sharp, they're really fast, they're really good, they're really light, but who's got the money for that stuff? You know, so I had to get an adapter and then use the Nikon glass that I already have. So that saved me, but the adapter alone is crazy expensive. But just getting your foot into running 4K, running 60 frames a second, so you can slow-mo, gimbal to get the cinematic stabilized shots, all of that amounted to an expensive investment. So number one, if you're getting into videography, it's not cheap. You can use what you have, and you can find cheap alternatives like Steadicam, use your DSLR, learn manual focusing. You can do it. The other direction that I did when I started video was using my cell phone. That we got number one out the way. Let's talk about number two, which I'm probably still struggling with, but I feel that I'm getting a little bit better. Number two would be storytelling. So coming from a photography background, stills, they say that a photo can tell 1,000 words. You know, I struggled, and I'm still kind of struggling with portraying that in video. Video's a lot more different. Telling a story, and you're videoing that story with this direction in your head, and sometimes it doesn't pan out, sometimes it doesn't play out the way that you had this idea in your head. And I don't know if it's coming down to creativity. It certainly can't be gear, because gear helps you to an extent, but it doesn't block your creativity. you can use what you have and still get bomb ass videos. So telling story, creativity. I feel like I'm slightly getting better with it, but comes to my third point, and this is tips. Like I said, I hope it helps you. Planning. Video comes down to all about planning. Plan. That's the best advice I can give anyone in the 4 months that I've been doing this. I lost my train of track. I just saw a freaking crack addict. Jeez. So shoot, plan how you're gonna direct it, plan and know your scene. So know your scenery, know your cutscenes, know your B-roll. Okay, very important. And then last but not least, we're gonna be talking for a while. So I don't know, maybe you wanna go grab a beer, seeing as the alcohol ban is lifted. So grab some to drink and let's get down to frame rates. So a mistake that I made, and I hope that you guys don't make it because you're watching this and you're going to be learning. Frame rate. Know your frame rate. Know the 180-degree shutter rule when it comes to video. Do not, I repeat, do not try and save something that can't be saved. So if you do the wrong frame rate, for example, you're shooting 24 frames a second, we all know, if you're new to this, if you're shooting 24 frames a second, you can't slow that down. I made that mistake. I was doing a car, it was a client, and I was in the mood, you're just in that vibe, in that thought process. Let's get the shots, let's get the B-roll, and everything was just panning out. The lights were, lighting was good, car was looking sick, looking fresh, and then boop, when I came home in post-production, when I put it into Premiere Pro, when I wanted to slow it down, I was shooting 24 frames a second. Boo-hoo. Shame on me. So check your camera, check your settings, and always replay your videos. Make sure you're in the right settings. Make sure it's shooting right, correct. Follow the 180-degree shutter rule. And you should be good. Should be great. Should be grand. Move on to the next thing. What do I love about it? Video has taught me so much, and I have such respect for videographers now. It's quite insane. The amount of work, like just carrying the gear around, like the lav mics and the boom mics, your gimbal, the lenses, it takes a lot of time. I found it really difficult when I first started. I'm still finding it difficult. Every single day I'm trying to learn, I'm trying to improve myself, I'm trying to find shots that no one else does. And that's the hardest thing, is we look at a video, we get inspired and we want to copy that person. Repetitive shots. Try and not do repetitive shots. I know I'm guilty. I'm right in prison. But repetitive shots. I do a lot of repetitive shots, but it comes from that photography background, like a rim shot or a wheel shot. Get down low, get the wheel. I'm trying to do that in video. When I try and do it, I'm a thick boy, so trying to do that in video, trying to get the gimbal low, and you trying to pen, fail. So just learning the difference. But one pro that I have to say, and it has helped me, is I learned new shots. So when I was penning and you're learning and directing, you kind of figure, that would make a sick photo. So coming down to number 7, one thing I learned is invest in an ND filter. So ND filter, someone gave me advice on it, and best investment I made. So going on set, I have a combo deal that I offer to my clients where it's photo and video, and we noticed that you run out of light really quickly. Nice thing about shooting video is you can shoot at 24 frames a second or 30 frames a second, and use the 180-degree shutter rule when you're shooting. Your shutter speed is, if you're shooting 30 frames, 1/60. So you can get a lot of light in there. So that's not that bad. But you want to be prepared. Like I said, all come down to planning. You want to be prepared. If you're going to be doing photos and videos, you need to know your camera capabilities. I know on this crop, on this Z50, I can't go into extreme low light. Actually, I can't go into low light. A lot of noise when I crank up that ISO. So carry a tripod if you are. If you're using a full frame, you should be Shanana. Who says Shanana these days? Yes, guys, but my hair. Start with the video. So it's kind of bright. Depending if you're shooting golden hour in the day or whatever. An ND filter saved me. So if you can save up, get an ND filter. It's like the best thing that you can do. Audio. Selecting copy-free music is probably the hardest thing. It should be number one actually. Copy-free music is probably the hardest thing to get when it's on you, when you're trying to upload on YouTube. When you're uploading into YouTube, as if you know, and you get that copyright alert, you're like, dude. So that's probably the hardest. You can invest like Artlist or I don't really know the other sites, but you can invest. I don't want to be honest. You can go on SoundCloud. That's the direction I've been going to. SoundCloud. Credit the artists. I've had an artist where I've messaged them on Instagram. They said all good. They actually sent me some tracks in Wave, so they were awesome. Used it. Now he's charging. But get out there. The best advice someone also gave me is, which I don't follow this, and I probably should, is know the track before you go out on a shoot. That's probably the greatest advice someone's giving me. So you got the right track in your head. You know the shots you want to do. Know your music. Know what your client wants, and sync it. Also, when it comes to audio, where's my mic? When you're doing vlogs, invest in a mic. Lav mics, I know they're about 250, 300, sometimes $400. But if you're doing vlogs, even if it's on your phone, get a mic. It's the best investment you can do. Because number one rule of YouTube is when the audio is poor, immediately people skip your video. I'm totally off track. I don't know what's pros, I don't know what's cons. But I hope this video helps you. I'm probably talking a lot of crap. But number 9 is, don't be shy of the camera. This is something I learned. So I probably stutter a lot, and I'm shy, and I'm nervous, and I don't know what to say. But as soon as you start talking, remember why you're doing the video, and be yourself, be natural. That's the best thing that you can do, is people love you for you. People watch you because of you. People are hopefully watching me because I'm thick in the streets. But do you. Be true to yourself. Try not to copy anybody else. Content, let it be original. Don't be scared to learn. That's one thing I don't regret. I don't regret going into video because it was such a good learning process. I've been doing photos for 7 years, and breaking into video just taught me so much that you can tell a story deeper than you could with a photo. Hopefully you guys enjoy it, because that's the direction I want to go. But I want to do a lot of behind the scenes, a lot of vlogs, and I want to kind of teach you guys what I've been learning. So if you're new and you want to get into this, you can follow these footsteps, and hopefully this teaches you a thing or two. Please like, subscribe, help me grow this channel, because it's the only way I'm going to be doing videos. Is if I see that you guys are interested in this, because this is something I like to do going forward. You guys have supported mob culture for years. but it's time to break into video. It's time to get serious. It's time to show what we're all about. I can bring you something fresh, something new, but something mob culture, if you know what I mean. True to be authentic. I've never veered out from my style. I've kept clean photos, clean edits, simple color grading, and I'm going to bring that to video. And hopefully you guys enjoy it and appreciate it. But thank you so much for, I think we're sitting on 530 subscribers. But what I do need you guys to please do is watch the videos to the end. I want to get my watch hours up, and I really need this favor from you guys. Watch the videos till the end, please. But this is me, Katie. Much love. Please keep safe out there, and remember, stance is not a crime. I'm out.